Good news, turns out they did let me film, though I had to promise to make it absolutely clear to you folks that whenever you see the 3D screen, you are looking at it with the 3D mode turned all the way off via the adjustable 3D depth slider that lets you control the depth of the 3D effect. Because, filming the special 3D screen with a 2D camera would make it look all wonky, and Nintendo don't want it to look all wonky. Superficials first, the deep gloss finish of the lid is dead sexy. It will, of course, collect fingerprints faster than an obsessive-compulsive crime scene investigator, but it wipes off easily enough. The design is familiar, of course, styled as it is after the DSi. Frankly, in the shots that Nintendo released to the press, I didn't much like it. I thought it looked a bit awkward. But once I had it planted in my man-paws, it's actually quite nice. The pale little circle is an analog thumb pad, which Nintendo are calling the Circle Pad. I'm sure that sounds a lot cooler in Japanese. And that 3D screen with the technological trickery to make you see a 3D image on a 2D surface without having to don the goggles of shame. I'll be damned if it isn't exactly what it promises. I know it doesn't look like it thanks to the weirdness of trying to film it causes, but it is crystal clear, very sharp and vivid, and that 3D effect, it works. And it works damn well. You could swear you're really looking through a little window into a little world that has all of its dimensions intact. I tried a few of the built-in games and software, even trying out the augmented reality functions, and they were really cool. They worked really well. Surprisingly well. Excellent, in fact. A lot of fun. The motion sensors are on par with, or even more fluid than the iPhone 4, and you really get a sense that there's a surprising amount of grunt hidden inside just waiting to be unleashed. And even when you plonk in a DS game with that 3D screen, it does just fine displaying the 2D content. Again, crisp and clear, although I thought maybe it was slightly less saturated than on my DSi XL. But if I'm right, it was subtle. And that circle pad, that maps directly to the controls, so if you prefer that to the old style cross pad, you're in luck, because it works perfectly well with a DS game. I even popped in my own SD memory card for a few minutes so I could take a few 3D photographs with me, with the twin cameras on the lid. Now, for obvious no-poop Sherlock reasons, I can't really show you them here on YouTube. But it also saves out a 2D JPEG to the memory card at the same time, which is what you're looking at now. But it has to be said, when you actually look at those photos on the device itself, on its 3D screen, they look a hell of a lot better. They look brighter, sharper, more vivid, more colourful. I don't know what it is. I don't know whether the JPEG it saves out is just a